Hi, my name is Nicolle Fig. Welcome to the Online Academy of Irish Music. In this lesson, I will get you playing your drum straight away with a jig pattern, and I will show you a couple of variations, as well as how to hold your tipper properly and how to hold your drum more comfortably. A jig pattern is in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to put the emphasis on the first beat and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it kind of feels like a boat on the sea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can say that with me and tap your foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a jig pattern. Now what we want to do is, don't worry about your left hand right now. Make sure that you're either holding the drum on the frame or putting your hand all the way at the bottom of the drum, but make sure that your hand is not flat on the drum, okay? Just let the skin vibrate, okay? So I'm just gonna hold it here for now because that's what I find it secure and comfortable, okay? Now what we're gonna do a down up motion. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, we're putting the emphasis on the 1 and the 4. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you notice, the 1 is a downstroke and the 4 is an upstroke. Sometimes the upstroke will be a little bit harder to get because it's not a very natural movement for your wrist. So if you need to practice that, just go up, 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 and try to get in there. So you try to attack the skin inward rather than like this, because then you get the shoo-shoo sounds. So up, 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 up. So once you're comfortable with that upstroke, let's try it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 1 and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4. 1, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel like you're on a boat. Can we do it a little bit faster? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 1, 4. Can you tap your foot? 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, that's really good. Can we try a little bit faster than that? You ready? So 1, 2, 3. Maybe a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's really good. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really, really good. Okay, so now that we have the original, remember it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 4 is an upstroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the first variation is going to be down, down, 4, 5, 6, which means that we're going to do down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6. The second beat, we're actually not playing it at all. So instead of going down, up, down, 4, 5, 6, down, up, down, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go down, sh, down, 4, 5, 6, down, sh, down, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to play it for you so that you can see. So again, I'm not worrying about my tonal hand as of yet. I'm going to grab my tipper and we're going to do down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6. And remember, the 4 is an upstroke. So 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 4, 5, 6, 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 down. That's really good. Shall we try it a little bit faster? Ready? So 1, 2, 3. Down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5. A little bit faster, ready? Down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down, 4, 5, 6, down, down, 4, 5, 6, down. And a little bit faster, ready? And let's go. That's really good. So for our final variation, we're gonna do 2 ups. So it's gonna be the same as the other, the concept of the same, but instead of doing it at the beginning, we're gonna do it at the end. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up. So again, we're gonna get rid of that 5 and we're not gonna do a downstroke. It's just gonna be 2 upstrokes back to back, up, up. So 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up. You ready? So let's play one more time. So hold it, make sure it's comfy, and let's go. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up. Make sure both of the ups are really nice and clear. Up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 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 up. Shall we try a little bit faster? Ready? And 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up, 1, 2, 3, up, up. A little faster. And 1, 2, 3, up, and one more. Good job. And make sure that if the upstroke feels a little bit weird, that's completely normal. Just let's make sure that you just practice your upstrokes. Nice and slow, gentle, going towards the skin rather than scraping the skin. So great. So now that you have your original, your down, down, and your up, we're going to put it together. So we're going to do 4 originals, 4 down, downs, and 4 up, ups. So here we go. Ready? Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 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 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, up, up. 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 That's really, really good. Can we try it one more time, a little bit faster? Ready? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, 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 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, up, up. 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 Let's try it a little bit faster. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 4, 5, 6. Down, 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 4, 5, 6. Down, down, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, up, 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 up. The last one a little bit faster, and I won't say anything this time. Ready? Great job. Okay, so now let's put what we've learned into music. I'm gonna do 4, 4, 4, just like we practice, but this time I'll have the music in the background, and this is the rolling waves, which kind of goes very well with our boat theme.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So now that you've learned your first rhythm and a couple of variations, I just want to make sure that we look at the fundamentals of how to hold your bodhrán. So the first thing to do is make sure that you're sitting on a chair that has no armrest. That's really important. As well as try to make sure that the chair is not too high up. If your thighs are at this angle, the bodhrán is going to roll down and it's going to be harder for you to feel that you have control. If your legs are more or less at a 90-degree angle, you'll feel a little bit better about holding your bodhrán. So then what we want to do is you're going to put it on your thigh, either the left or the right, depending, and you want to make sure that it's on your by your rib cage, against your rib cage. If you go too at the front like this, there's not going to be anything to support it. So your body is really making it's the support for your drum. Okay, if you go too far back, then your body is going to be covering most of the skin, and you don't really want that either, because then there will be no sound coming out of it. So make sure that you're holding it at the side like this. Okay, make sure that you feel pretty comfortable. Okay, and the next thing to know about the drum is that there are different pressure points. Depending on where you put the pressure on your drum is what's gonna move your drum, if that makes sense. So if I put the drum and I just press here, this is what's gonna happen. It opens up, you see, because I'm only putting the pressure here. So this happens, it opens up. Now I'm gonna do the opposite. If I use only my hand to push, it does that, do you see? So now the pressure point is only here, and it does this. So what you want to do is you want to balance between the two pressure points of the joint here and what your hand is doing. That way it's not going in, but it's not going out either. The other thing as well is to make sure that the drum is not kind of going like this in this angle, because then it's very hard to play, because you have to kind of play kind of above it, if that makes sense. But if you have it this way as well, then you have to play underneath, and you're going to see that you're going to start having really bad posture. So make sure that your shoulders are straight, your back is straight, you have the right pressure points, that is right by your rib cage, that you're sitting straight, and make sure as well, if you can maybe see yourself in a mirror, that you're not coming over the drum this way, that your shoulder comes up, but that you're kind of coming from it underneath and kind of sitting straight and properly. So now I will be teaching you how to hold your tipper properly. So most of you might be starting with something similar to this, but you might even have something like that. This is a hot rod, and this is what I like to use the most. But if you can see, it's very kind of the same size throughout it. If you look at something like this, you have these little two bulbs at the ends. The bigger the ends, the easier it is to play, because there's more surface area, so it will touch the skin first. If you try to do something with this one, for example, a triplet, I will get into them in later lessons, it's a lot harder to do triplets with these. So I would recommend, if you're only starting, to get something similar to this. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you the traditional hold, but I hold the tipper differently myself. I have my own hold. But the traditional way of holding it is around in the middle. I would say a little bit above the middle. You're gonna hold it like a pen, but not with the two fingers at the top, only with the one, like this. Then you're gonna point it towards your belly button, okay? And make sure that you relax. You don't wanna be completely tight like this, but you don't wanna be out like that. I call this the chicken wing. So you don't want a chicken wing, but you don't wanna be very tight. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna just hold the drum up here for now. And when you play, you kind of, if you've never tried this before, try putting it on your chin first, like this, okay? So pen with only one finger at the top, belly button, chin, and then what you want to do is kind of, you want to think of a C, or a backward C, or a rainbow that's going to go in towards the skin. So you don't want this, but you want this. So it's like a C. And then from here, you're going to come back to the chin. And if you notice, I'm really going for it when you hit. Make sure it's in. Once you get more comfortable with that, you don't have to come all the way to your chin. You can just kind of keep that C curvature momentum going. Make sure that this is relaxed. Again, no chicken wing, and you don't want to be completely tight. So you have this movement. Some people like to play with their wrist pointing out this way, kind of like that. I find that a little bit uncomfortable myself. So my wrist tends to be a little bit more, not completely flat, especially with a traditional hold, but not pointing out either. Somewhere kind of a happy medium, okay? Now, what you want to be careful of is if you're completely parallel to the skin, you're gonna get like kind of like a weird sound, and it's also really hard to play because then it becomes this instead of this. Okay, so make sure that you're not completely parallel to the skin, but now this is really important. Don't open your angle too much. So you don't want to do this or this, because then you can hear it, right? You have like this kind of weird sound. So you need to kind of have a happy medium in between. So somewhere around there. And sometimes what happens is you kind of forget and you start doing this and maybe open up too much. So when that happens, when you start listening to the hush sound, stop, look at yourself, analyze what you're doing, and then try to figure out what makes the sound better. And try to remember that. It's like, okay, this actually sounds better than this. And yeah, after a while, you start getting really comfy with it. And remember, your upstroke sometimes can be a little bit harder to get. So don't worry, just keep practicing and relax. So this is the end of the first lesson. And the next lesson I will be teaching triplets, and you can find that lesson and many more at the Online Academy of Irish Music. You can also find hundreds of backing tracks at different speeds, and I will be using those as well, so you can play along with me. If you want to see more, the link will be in the description box. I hope to see you there. Bye!